What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and today I want to share with you guys a prison-related news story. It's been a long time since we've done one of these. There's been a lot going on in the world of prison-related news, and today I want to share one with you. I think this just happened yesterday or the day before that is really something that you just never hear about, you never see. Have you ever read comments saying this is the type of stuff that you see in the movies? And it takes place down in Atlanta, Georgia, involving an armored money truck where the door flew open on this thing on the interstate, and over $175,000, that's what they were reporting, $175,000 in cold hard cash, straight cash, homie, flew out the side or the back of this money truck. And though I haven't been able to find any video involving the actual money truck flying down the road with cash just dumping out of the side of this, you would imagine that, there should be some videos about that. I did run across this video right here. Take a look at this. You've got cars stopped on the side of the road. Everybody's out of their cars, tons of cars. And everybody's out of their cars picking up all sorts of money. Except for the person who's actually filming this video. They're like just riding by. Shit, there's a whole bunch of money right down the side of the road, but I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it at all. That's got to be a pretty hard thing to not do, to stop on the side of the road and pick up all that money like all of these other people are doing. And real quick, as we get into this, I just ask all of you, what would you do if you were riding down the street somewhere and you seen a whole bunch of money just all up and down the road? You're going to stop and pick up that money? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm picking it up. I'm stopping, I'm jumping out of the moving vehicle. That's money right there. You ain't got to show me but one time there's some money laying on the ground. I'm picking it up. And I ask all of you, again, what would you do? Would you pick up the money? Now, you may be wondering to yourself, Joe, I thought you said you was about to talk about a prison-related news story. Like, how is this prison-related? Well, let me tell you something. There's an article that just came out about this. I want to share this article with you right now. This came out in the New York Post. It says, armored truck door flies open on Atlanta highway. Drivers grab cash. An armored truck side's door flew open while it was going down in Atlanta interstate on Tuesday night, spilling hundreds of thousands of dollars out onto the roadway and making it the best day ever for passing drivers. And I totally agree with that. You may think to yourself, like, miracles don't exist. They don't happen. Folks, this was a real live miracle right here. The story would also go on to say that it was over $175,000 that flew out of this truck. And also says that while we certainly understand the temptation, it is still theft and the money should be returned, wrote police officials. I'm saying, how was that theft though? I mean, we ain't responsible for that door flying. That money was just laying there. The police were urging the community to turn the money in, and if you don't turn that money in, your ass is going to prison. They're gonna lock you up. They're gonna give you a theft charge, a grand larceny charge, probably even a bank robbery charge for all I know. But honestly, could they do that? Like, is that a case that they would actually be able to win in court? Obviously, there's the video footage of whoever was filming this, of all of these people who are picking it up. So there is the evidence that exists of this potential crime that is taking place. Cody even tells me that those bills were marked, so if you go to try to use those bills, the blue and red lights are going to immediately start flashing at the 7-Eleven register, and the cuffs are going to be thrown on you right there immediately. But let's just say hypothetically now, because this is going to be my excuse, had it been me. If I would have been one of those people, I think they said 15 plus cars pulled over on the side of the road to snatch the cash. Had it been me, and I went into 7-Eleven trying to get me a Slim Jim and a Slurpee, and I gave them that $100 bill, can I get change for this? And they marked it, the bill's good. They saw that the numbers are not legit. The blue and red lights immediately got the flash and they threw the handcuffs on me right then and there. I'm gonna play dumb. What you mean? I didn't know the money was stolen. I didn't steal the money, I picked the money up. I don't think it's a very good defense, but that would be my excuse. I would just play dumb, even though it probably wouldn't work. The police were urging individuals to do the right thing. Turn that money in. And folks, I will be damned if people didn't begin to do exactly this. And I want to share with you guys right now this post that I just ran across on Facebook where the police were taking pictures with the Good Samaritans, or at least this one Good Samaritan who was turning in the money. This post is actually from the Dunwoody Police Department, and they say, so, believe it or not, some people have been returning the money that fell from the armored car on I-285. We understand that it was a bizarre occurrence, but do the right thing and return the money. RP. What is RP? And I'll be damned if they ain't got this dude standing here looking like Macklemore with these stripes on his arms. Oh, I'm talking about the cop right there. With this dude handing over this wad of cash right there. He's got a smile on his face because he realizes he's done the right thing. But I truly believe like that smile is really hiding how he's truly feeling. Like, man, I didn't want to turn this money in. I did not want to turn this money in. He's got that thing already in a rubber band right there. Wonder how many bands he's actually handing over. There are almost 4,000 comments on this post right here, and most of these say, you know, bless his heart, he did the right thing. Jesus is going to repay you for doing this. But one comment that I want to share with you that I think is really awesome is this person said, I wonder if he commit a crime, will they let him go also? Just thinking ahead. Damn, what you thinking ahead about? I mean, does this individual look like the type of a person that's going to go commit a crime? Are you stereotyping though with your comment right there? That's a terrible thing to be doing in 2019. But let's just play devil's advocate, and I really hate to do that for this. You know, think about that. What if this dude ever did find himself in some trouble? You think they're going to remember the fact that, you know, he was a good Samaritan at one point in time? I would hope that they would. You got caught jaywalking, and you know, that's a punishable offense down here. I mean, I'm just trying to use something like mild. Jaywalking. He gets locked up for jaywalking. He's facing 5 years in prison. God, if there's a state that punishes you like that for doing something as simple as jaywalking, nobody should live there. But let's just say, hypothetically, he gets locked up for jaywalking. He's facing a 5-year sentence. That should be definite ammunition for him to use as his defense. Your Honor, I was a good Samaritan. You remember when that armored truck flew open with the door on the interstate and 175 bands flew out the back of that thing and I picked up like $75? I turned that back in. 2 years! You still giving me 2 years though. But more important than that, you know, this guy turned in this money. God only knows how much he turned in. There's also another picture that looks like it's a pretty decent amount of money right here. And you know, I really wonder if there was a reward that was offered for this. Turn the money in and get you a reward. Shit, I'm gonna turn the money in. They talking about they giving a reward and then you show up and they give you like a $10 Starbucks card. Actually, I don't think the police are messing with Starbucks right now. Y'all hear about what happened in Arizona on the 4th of July? Starbucks down there asked 5 police officers to leave because they was intimidating people just by sitting in there drinking coffee. Not when they working on the 4th of July, neither. That's bad. Bad business right there. I don't know if there was any kind of a reward that was offered with this. I don't know if this gets you any type of clout with the police department. But I guess the more pressing part of this is, you know, what would you do? That's my biggest thing. What would you do? Just minding your own business, driving down the road. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I want you to close your eyes. Well, don't close your eyes because you're going to need to see this. I want you to just imagine. Let's visualize. You're driving down the road in your 1992 Dodge Neon that hasn't passed inspection in 5 years, sort of like my truck is feeling right now. Driving down the interstate, just got off of work. You're working at Hardee's. Oh, God, I hate Hardee's. Can't find a better job. Talking to the steering wheel as you're driving home. Man, I swear, man, Hardee's though, this the best I could do. Just came home from prison. Let's throw that in there as well. You know, time, man, the car about to break down, ain't passed inspection in 5 years. You just driving. Having that counseling session, having that therapy session with the steering wheel. White knuckling that joint. Swear I need a miracle. God, you gotta show me something. You gotta show me something. Is that money right there? That's money. I was in the driver's seat with that skit. Straight through the windshield, I'm going to get that. And you know, with all of this, I just think to myself, like, I wonder how much is actually accurate about what they were reporting with this armored truck. They said it was 175,000 that flew out of the back of it. It was probably a lot less. They probably just wanted to hype it up for the headline. Or maybe it was 175,000. How also does an armored truck side door fly open and all of that cash fall out the back of it? They mad at the pedestrians for picking it up. What about Bob? Bob, who's sitting in the back with his sawed-off shotty, who forgot to lock the damn door. Bob, you forgot to lock the damn door? No, you did. You forgot to lock the damn door. Because look, it's wide open and it is straight. We making it rain on the interstate, Bob. Oh, somebody gonna lose their job for this. Somebody is definitely gonna lose their job for this. And also, one other thing. They mentioned that, you know, the police were asking, hey, do the right thing, turn the money in. And shout out to the good people out there in the world who actually were turning this money back in. They said that, you know, do the right thing. We're asking you nicely. Just turn it in. Because if you don't, we locking you up. So, you know, you got two options. You can do the right thing or you go into prison. And I just wonder, like, how much will that actually stand up in court? Your Honor, we are here today because Joe Guerrero found $15 on the side of the road. It alerted the FBI from the 7-Eleven register when they put that into the cash register. We are asking for the maximum punishable amount of time for his sentence, 15 years. 1 year for every dollar that he picked up off the side of the road. Somebody could potentially get their boots smoked behind this. But also, a little more fodder about this. They said that $175,000 flew out the side of this armored truck. 15 plus cars were pulled over on the side of the road picking up cash. I wonder what the most amount of money that somebody actually picked up was. $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Could you imagine? You were driving a 1992 Dodge Neon that ain't passed inspection in 5 years. This thing ain't passed inspection in a longer amount of time than you've been home from prison for. You ain't been home but for a year. Working at Hardee's, bitching at the steering wheel like it's the steering wheel fault. That's where you working at and it's the car you drive. Why can't things go right for me? I've been doing the right thing. I mean, Hardee's don't for real money. That's my man. And they say miracles don't come true. You know, somebody could have easily walked away from this situation with 20 or 30,000 plus, maybe even more, maybe like 50. And if it was you, and you got you 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 off the side of the road, you wrecked the Neon on the way home. You know, I don't even need you no more. I'm tired of talking to you. Because you got the money right now to go buy you something brand new straight off the lot. Are you going to turn that money in? That is the question. This isn't necessarily a prison-related news story, but trust me, it could be a situation that most certainly leads to somebody's ass going to prison. You know, I want to try to leave this on some kind of a positive note, because I probably sound kind of sinister in this, like, Joe, you super greedy. You got to do the right thing. Because if I'm the only one that feels this way, I truly apologize. I will go see a counselor and figure out what's wrong. But I honestly don't think that I am. But I want to leave this on, you know, some kind of a positive note, and I'm going to try to figure out a way to do that. And that is, you know, boy, sometimes you're going to find yourself in a situation where doing the right thing could be the hardest thing for you to ever do. I think Dave was the one that said that one time. Well, this is a situation, especially, that looks like it would be exactly that, trying to turn in all this money that could, boy, this could do a lot of things for you in your life. But ultimately, you know, the right thing is the right thing. You got to do the right thing. Sometimes things may fall in your lap that, you know, they're not yours. They don't belong to you. You got to make that decision, that determination right there. Are you going to turn it in? Or are you going to roll the dice and just hope that you don't get caught? Hey, look, that's it. I just want to share this story with you guys, and I really want to know what all of you think about it. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly that. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, nor anything that doesn't belong to you. And make the most of every day. Peace!